Welcome everybody to Dad's Gone Crypto. I'm Crypto Dad Sean.
And I'm Crypto Dad Ryan. Today we've got something that's quietly reshaping the entire crypto universe and might even change how you pay for your morning cup of coffee. Yep, we're diving into the $250 billion world of stablecoins.
Now, stablecoins might not grab the headlines like Bitcoin, but secretly they're powering a huge chunk of the crypto market. Picture sending cash overseas in seconds, paying pennies in fees. It does sound pretty cool, right?
Absolutely. And in today's episode, we're going deep. We're breaking down stablecoins, why they matter, how they work, and how they're making crypto practical for regular folks like us.
What exactly are stablecoins? So, first, Ryan, let's simplify. Imagine going to a casino, handing over $100 and getting 100 chips. Those chips are always equal to $1 inside the casino. Isn't that right?
Yeah, exactly. And stablecoins do the exact same thing digitally. They're cryptocurrency tokens pegged one to one with traditional currencies, usually the US dollar. And the idea behind that, stability without the roller coaster ride of Bitcoin.
So think of stablecoins like crypto steady eddy, boring but super reliable. They keep your money safe from volatility, making them the perfect day-to-day transactions.
So, how do stablecoins stay stable? So, let's talk about some different types here. Now, the most common stablecoin is fiat backed, like USDC or USDT, and they're backed by actual cash reserves.
Exactly. Tether or Circle keep real dollars in vaults. Well, a bank or safe assets. And every token issued has a corresponding dollar, just like a digital IOU.
Yeah, and then we've got commodity backed stablecoins like Pax Gold, for instance. It's literally digital gold. Each and every token is backed by real gold bars in a vault.
Crypto-backed stablecoins like MakerDAO, DAI, are more complex. They use crypto collateral like Ethereum, but lock up extra to absorb price swings. It's clever, but much riskier.
And finally, we've got the most risky of all, the algorithmic stablecoins.
Mm.
Now, these try to maintain stability through supply adjustments, but we learned the hard way, like the, Terra USD debacle, that they are super risky. So you got to tread carefully there.
Absolutely. Very scary times back then.
Yeah.
So why do stablecoins matter to you and crypto? Well, I believe stablecoins are the unsung heroes of crypto. What is your opinion, Ryan?
Yeah, absolutely. Traders rely on them to quickly move in and out of positions. They're also the backbone of DeFi, and it makes crypto lending and borrowing practical by avoiding, complete volatility that you'd have with most other cryptos.
And on the everyday side, imagine buying groceries, booking flights, or even paying for your Netflix subscription in crypto. Stablecoins make it possible without worrying about Bitcoin's wild price swings.
And let's not forget about global money transfers. Sending cash overseas used to cost a fortune and take forever. Now you can send stablecoins instantly and save huge on fees.
Now, the Genius Act, with what does it mean with this current regulations that were just passed? Now, there's a big development shaking up things. The Genius Act passed in July 2025 in the US. It sets clear rules. Stablecoins must have their full reserves, transparency, and clear redemption rights, and audits have to be done monthly.
Yeah, right. This regulation is huge because it gives stablecoins legitimacy. It means companies like PayPal or Shopify can safely integrate stablecoins for transactions, and we can expect cheaper, faster payments online and in stores soon. If you missed it, last week we did a whole video on the Genius Act and kind of a whole lot of this legislation that's going on. So you might want to check that one out too.
And that'll be in the description below.
Yeah.
It's a pretty strategic move from regulators, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
And globally, Ryan, stablecoins could strengthen the US dollar's dominance, especially in that digital dollars is trusted worldwide. It's a pretty strategic move from the regulators.
Yeah, it absolutely is. The whole stablecoin act, they're basically trying to save the U.S. banking industry with it, I think. And I think, it just might work. So
But
I think they're,
I think also, Ryan, think about it in this way. It's like, you know, there's certain countries in the world that's trying to push away from the dollar, right? And how do you regain that dollar dominance? Well, if you back it by a stable coin, so if you want to create projects in the US and you want to create this new best thing, you can do a stable coin, but it's got to be backed by US dollars. So that kind of now on a global scale, maybe you're in the middle of Pakistan or middle of East Africa and you want to get into that project, but you got to get it through that stable coin. It has to be backed by the dollar. So now all of a sudden you have this worldwide need for a particular project because you feel that that project might revolutionize the industry. And then once again, in the behind the scenes, the US dollar becomes the dominant force again.
Yeah, I think the Genius Act was actually pretty genius there. So, crazy. So anyway, what's the practical impact for the average person as far as stablecoins go? And, why does it matter for all the crypto dads and moms out there? Well, here's the scoop. Stablecoins are your easiest and safest way to get into crypto.
If you're crypto curious, stablecoins let you safely experiment without the fear of losing value overnight.
Plus, stablecoins make cross-border payments easy. Paying a freelancer overseas, sending money to family, it happens instantly and cheaply.
Imagine this: your paycheck is partly in stablecoins, available instantly on your payday, ready to spend or invest. It's closer than you think.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we are just about there. It's a really cool thing. But with all this cool new technology, of course, there are plenty of risks out there, right, Sean?
Absolutely. So the depegging can temporarily happen if the market has a bit of a panic. Remember when the USDC briefly dipped to just under $1? I think it was 90 cents at that time.
Yeah, I know a lot of people panicked and sold, and then it went right back up, and everybody was pissed that they lost 10% of their money.
Yeah.
But counterparty risk is real. You're trusting the issuer's reserves. So stick with reputable stablecoins like Circle's USDC, Tether's USDT, for example, are highly transparent and audited.
And diversify your holdings, use hardware wallets, and always verify the addresses before sending stable coins. These tips will keep your money safe.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Sean, why don't we get to the fun stuff? Stablecoins aren't just for finance, they're changing gaming and NFTs too, right?
Totally. Gamers can now earn stable coins in games like on Immutable X, real digital cash that they can use immediately.
Yeah, and I know our buddies over at Biga, they're using stable coins in their games too. So I
Yeah,
think
that's
that's a
right.
fun one to check out. And NFT artists love stable coins. Pricing art in USDC instead of ETH avoids headaches and crypto price swings.
Even future tech like AI managed finance and metaverse transactions could use stable coins. They're bringing the digital currency standard.
So why don't we get to the bottom line, the big picture, and stable coins as the future of money. So Sean, stable coins bridge traditional finance and crypto. They make digital money practical.
They bring real stability to crypto, letting us buy, save, and transfer without worry. They're quietly becoming essential infrastructure.
And they might just be the future of money itself, digital, instant, and universally trusted.
All right, guys. So that is our episode on stablecoins. We hope you enjoyed it. But before we leave you, let's dive into one of our favorite parts of the show. Dad's got jokes.
Absolutely. That's my favorite part.
All right, Ryan. Last week I did it first. You are going first this time. Let's go for it.
All right. So, what do duck hunters like to eat with their cheese?
Duck hunters with their cheese. I don't know.
Quackers.
Quackers. I like it.
That's a good one for your little ones.
I'm going to be dad of the year. And then I'm going to hear the same joke told to me like 20 times. Remember that joke we did in the beginning where, what did the computer, man, I can't remember now. The baby computers.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Anyways, it was like something, what did the computer say to the baby computer? Something like data. But I still hear that today. The fact that I can't remember it, I'm getting old. All right, cool. So, Ryan, apparently in the US, there's a new law out. You guys are full of these laws. And it just came into effect that at your local zoos, you need at least 2 pandas, a grizzly, and 3 polars. It's a bare minimum. It's as cheesy as it gets.
This was definitely cheesy dad jokes brought to you today.
Brought to you today. But cheese twirls. Cheesy, extra cheesy. It's not actually a bad idea. Any cheese chips, extra cheesy, want to sponsor the dad joke? Come on.
Absolutely.
We'll even have little frito, little chips with those little chip fangs. We'll have a lot of fun. All right.
Anyway,
cool.
guys.
So, guys, if you haven't tried stablecoins yet, give it a shot. Not financial advice, but go experiment safely and see how it's done. It's going to be part of the future. So might as well get your hands on it now and get to understand it. And if you're really scared about trying it first, hop onto Grok, hop onto ChatGPT and ask them about it and ask them how to do it safely. Experiment.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're already a stablecoin user, which I think a lot of our viewers are, share that knowledge, share it with somebody that's not in crypto and help them see the practical side here.
And guys, thank you for hanging out with us today. Like, subscribe, hit up at DadsGoneCrypto. Tell us about your stablecoin stories, the good ones, not the ones you lost.
Absolutely. Until next time, guys, may your gains be stable and your crypto journey steady. This is DadsGoneCrypto signing off. See you guys.
Ciao.
The material and information presented in this recording are for entertainment purposes only. Do not misconstrue what you hear as investment or trading advice. Always do your own research. The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed by the guests on this recording are their own and do not necessarily reflect those of DadsGoneCrypto or its hosts.